Welcome back to A Link Between Worlds. We just finished the first dungeon in the previous part, so now Hyrule has opened up to us considerably. But first, we need to go back and tell Ravio what his bracelet did.
And now we get to watch as he rips us off.
Wait for it.
You know, I can hate on him for being a bunny, but I do kind of like his character.
Yeah.
He has a charm to him, even if he's an idiot.
He's kind of a lovable coward.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone does that.
Yeah.
Everyone does that.
You can also do this.
Okay, I never tried that one. That one's amazing. And that one actually has a rupee behind it.
Yep, when you go up behind paintings with a rupee in it, you get the rupee.
They beat this game really hard, and I didn't even know that. Stop whining, lady. I might bear to repeat myself, but I think I've said this every Legend of Zelda. You know how fun it would be to voice over for this game?
Man, arrows are so overpowered against those guys.
Also, if you notice, as an audience, these guys weren't there before, but now the paintings have released them. Now we have common enemies of those knight dudes just walking around.
Yep.
You just sound like a irresponsible parent here, so... My kid was playing around somewhere.
Fans of A Link to the Past will recall there was an elf guy in this area, so Gully's kind of a retread of that character. So Gully's probably dead.
Probably. I also like the idea that she just talked to her a second ago, and she walks up and re-asks you, "Have you seen him now?" No, this is a stump, lady.
No.
I ate a burger. I'm choking.
I cover your face with my words.
See, I like that idea where it's like, oh, that's Gully's pouch. Well, you should use it. You should be my new son.
And now I can use 2 items at once.
Which is going to be super nice when we actually want to try to catch not the bees.
Yes, bees. Yes, the bees!
Yeah, in this case, it is yes, the bees.
Oh man, this thing.
Oh no.
This is a minigame. She throws you in a pen full of cuckoos, and you need to dodge the cuckoos for as long as you can.
You're gonna probably have the same question I have when you get later in the game. Where the hell does she keep these cuckoos?
Yeah. She probably has like 10, but they run like lightning, just in a circle.
And some of them also increase in size. And
Okay, those golden ones are tricky because those are flying overhead. Those don't touch you.
they're meant to make you flinch.
Yeah. It's the guys on the ground you need to worry about.
See, I think at least with this game is that we're going to have that kind of commonality where we'll both either love or hate the same things.
When it gets down to 5 seconds, the music starts adding and clapping, which I think is a nice touch. The trick to this is, for the most part, don't get yourself caught in a corner, which is pretty easy to do.
And you also kind of will not want to focus too much. You want to be able to look at the entire surroundings, because sometimes like 3 cuckoos will go and converge in the same place.
Yeah. This is another minigame, one that I'm not going to do for a long time, because it took me a while to get the secret for it. It's called Rupee Rush. You get thrown into this area, you just have to collect a bunch of rupees, either by destroying grass, fighting enemies, exploring the area. And the trick to it is to collect as many rupees as you can, but keep in mind the time limit. When you get down to like the last few seconds, go back to the person and talk to them. Depending on how much time you have left, like the smaller amount of time you have, the more of a rupee multiplier you get. And if you get above, I think, 100, 150 rupees total, that way you get a heart piece. I don't figure that out until, like, the last video of the LP, so don't worry about it.
Also, to me, not as cute as Romani.
No.
But look who's back.
Hey, it's that person with no name.
Mama Mia, I was also amused and somewhat disturbed by the concept of milk bars. We want some milk, you better bring your own jars. Also, the hilarity that in Legend of Zelda's milk bars are popular, and also jars are extremely rare. They just take most of their liquid bases and just dump it on the floor most of the time.
Boom. What is that person? Is that a dog?
It does look a little bit like a dog or a monkey. Play for us, Dixie Kong.
Well, you talk to this guy, give him some rupees, and he'll play a random song.
I do like the music, honestly, these two play. It's, again, just good display of the good sounds and songs they make in this game. Surprisingly good.
And he's playing Zelda's theme.
The people sobbing in their milk was like, could you play something a little bit happier?
Zelda!
I don't even know what she looks like.
I fucking work at the castle.
She's even asked me for help, I still haven't looked. Meet my husband,
You notice, that is a patch of sand. That is what you use the sand rod on. I don't have the sand rod, so I can't do that.
Also, it's coarse and irritating and gets everywhere. From what I've been told. Also, what I like about the whole, you're probably going to talk about this already, but bee catching, especially with the jar, is a very useful way of getting a lot of rupees pretty fast. Because for one, the guy that buys bees pays a shit ton for bees, and also the fact that they respawn almost in the same spot every time.
Yeah, in fact, that patch of grass I was taking care of seems to be a pretty consistent place for bees to show up. But it never did for me.
Shield.
What are those two bumps for?
Maybe it's like the bear face on the Triforce Heroes.
Aw, shield nipples.
You got the Milk Dud nipple shield.
So in A Link to the Past, the shield was kind of passive, but in this game you can press R to actively use the shield. Which I feel more confident with.
It definitely can't knock this game for its controls. Sometimes with these portable games, there is a loss in translation when it comes to controls. Oh, and you just murdered a Kuko. Okay, good.
Yep. I think the game wants you to go through the game and get the ability to pick up those stones, but if you angle that chicken right, you can just drop through it right there.
I'm about to say, I don't think I used the Kuko to do it that way.
I was very proud of myself when I figured that out.
And then you realize that in the game, you can use the Kuko to get anywhere in the town.
Pretty much. Man, that's like a double reward.
That seems like an unnecessary reward at that point. Sure, thanks. Those Kukos become particularly useful when you're on the hunt for Squiddies.
Yep. Man. Merging with walls is an ability I didn't know I wanted until I played this game.
Yeah, no kidding. Once you get it and you realize the world is your oyster, then you're just like, this ability actually kicks ass, wow.
The world is my canvas, and I'm gonna splatter myself all over it.
Speaking of paintbrushes, look at that girl.
They reused her model for Triforce Heroes. Her entire shtick is, she explains something and then she asks, what did she just say?
No, Ronald McDonald, you need to go home right now.
How do you know me? I'm sure I would have never talked to you.
Also, I love the fact that this guy, they don't even bother to really give this guy much of a descriptive other than B guy. Even his name is B guy. Oh, God. I forgot he punned.
How could you forget that's half of his dialogue?
Maybe I just start tapping through it as fast as possible.
Unfortunately, I need to show it for the Let's Play.
And yes, I said fastly. I realize that that is an error. But I'm convinced, damn it, that I'm gonna stick with it.
I imagine he really emphasizes his puns. That's why it comes through in the dialogue.
Like he yells it. Between.
I hope you'll be careful.
Starts coughing violently. See, that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. Also, question: how come not more of the Legend of Zelda games, like newer ones, have this in it, with the whole pick the right chest game?
I don't know. Maybe because it feels too simple.
I mean, also I'd like to point out that this is probably the quickest in any Legend of Zelda I'm aware of where we can get this many rupees already.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's just assuming based on the item mechanic that you're gonna need as many as you can get. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, first try.
Man, this guy must have just a terrible business model.
Fuck you!
I still pay powers, bitch!
That place is only for getting rupees. You don't get a heart piece or anything for doing it.
We love our rock on our roof. It really brings out the area. Well, I saw 3 people outside. I guess that counts as bustling. Anyway, I want to go under the wall.
Want another wall rupee. Oh,
a whole 1. Ah, B.
There's another B. Mine.
What I do love about catching bees is what it makes it look like in the bottle. I think in the bottle it just makes a solid color. Like it's really, like it's obviously not a bee in there. It looks like you just mushed it into a liquid. Or we should just cut to a scene with just Taco Bob punching this guy in the face. And that's why he's useful. He pays you 50 rupees for a normal bee.
Yeah, and there's a special type of bee, the golden bee. It's a lot more rare, but if we can find one, we'll get a really cool item for it.
Honestly, not that rare. Like, he acts like you never see them, but if you grind enough, you run into them actually pretty frequently.
Well, they were rare for me for some reason while I was recording this.
I just remember running into a lot of them. Oh, and the most adorable cave.
Most adorable, horrible monster we don't want to see.
The most adorable old one. That's what I kind of feel like he is. Or she.
The adorable old one.
Yep. You lose your mind going, that's adorable.
So these are some interesting extra items. They're not necessary for anything, but they do help when you're in the dungeon. One of them, the scoot fruit, you take that and you go straight to the entrance of the dungeon. Good way to get out if you get lost or anything. The other is something, you eat it and you scream, and that stuns all the enemies nearby.
Why do they stop and go, whoa man, calm down?
Oh my god, this dork.
No, not you. He said that like he's trying to figure out how stretching works, and stretch! Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it.
And stretch! Punches himself.
You look like you're talking to a large popcorn girl.
He does teach you how to use the D-pad to move the camera around. And there's the House of Gales. That's the next dungeon we'll be going to. That was a good example of how I can't swim yet. He looked at me like, what the hell, dude?
I'm walking here! Also, this part is definitely what you need to learn, because there's a lot of hidden paths you need to utilize the elevation on. Also, I like the idea that when you're in the wall, you can't quite hear the music as well.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I got this.
What a dungeon. Bam.
Oh shit. Ropes.
Hand me that rope! No, not that one! You probably just thought you were hot or something. Oh my god! Just our curl!
Oh my god, what are you wearing? Oh, solid rupee? Nope, it's a like-like.
Those motherfuckers.
Like-likes are different in this game. Instead of eating your health, they eat your rupees. Because they knew which was more important.
That the most important thing is money, 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 money.
What's funny in Triforce Heroes, they used the same model of like, but they had to change the rupee over its head to a heart to emphasize that it was going to eat your health.
Okay, Thorn, what you did that kind of made me mad. You had a... Okay, you fixed it, but you made a heart. You only had half heart to fill, and you just walked away from it. And I was like, why?
There's a note in a bottle, but I can't get it yet.
Oh man, things like that in games bother me. Like, I know sometimes it can be like an ooh-ah, but to me I'm just like, come back for you later.
Well, it doesn't help that I forgot about it.
Oh, well, yeah, that didn't help. I do wish, especially with the handhelds, that there was more mechanics to actually mark maps with, like, custom notes and things. You could, like, maybe use your stylus touch and write, oh, there's a chest here.
What's weird is that was a function in Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. And it was a good idea, and it was necessary for a lot of the puzzles.
And I imagine you'd be able to do it with a Wii U system, anything with a touchscreen. Of course, I don't know what the next console's going to be like, but maybe they'll have that too.
Can't do anything with that.
I love this. Come see me, fairy, no!
Oh, look at this. This is a good way of showing the trick they did in order to do the top-down perspective. They just slanted everything out to the side, and it looks weird.
Also, I love that those statues have, like, dandy mustaches.
There. What the hell? How were you hiding in there?
Yeah, I don't remember ever doing that. Oh. Oh, no. Honestly, I thought crows were obnoxious in this game. Especially when there's multiple enemies around, out and about. Wow.
Was that supposed to be an obstacle?
How come... I was gonna say... Why... You were cutting so much, how did I not cut through all that? Man, the guard shouldn't have gotten the sword, it's terrible. Oh, pick up your arrow. Oh, okay.
Another great fairy.
Thanks?
Thank you.
Transforms into her true form, a walrus. I will always be by your side. No, I'm good.
As she disintegrates.
Into thousands of crabs.
Hey, some of us are okay with that, man. wait, I'm out of...
Shit! Someone paid for spamming their arrows. Mm-hmm. Come on, he could have taken more of a magic breather than that.
I can make it, man. I can make it. Yes! Just in time. Oh no! Oh no!
Hug me!
I keep your body warm.
And active.
Hey, was your heart gonna stop?
This is how you lost weight in the early 2000s. Come on! Why don't you find some moonberries while you're at it?
One thing I like about this game, there's no upgrading wallets or anything. You have a max limit of 9,999 rupees right from the start.
And there are points where you might get that, actually.
And I will throughout this LP. At least twice.
They should have made a rupee armor for this game, considering how many they give you. They're generous with rupees in this game by far. Oh, hello.
Ooh. We saw this witch very briefly early on. But now she's going to become an active character. And one that I like.
Yeah, personally I like Irene more than I like Zelda.
Well, Zelda doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly, so that's why I like Irene more.
How is her broomstick going through her dress?
She has a slot for it. She has created a special device.
Well, what if something happens? What if she loses control and she's spiraling into a mountain? She's gotta fidget with her dress to get it off.
Well, obviously she has enough room to fit an airbag.
But we get the bell. This is the other use of the weather vanes. Now we can call Irene and use her to travel to any of the weather vanes that we've unlocked.
Also like her music, it's cute.
Yep. And she's a fun character. They don't go full tsundere with her, which I appreciate. But she is kind of like a smartass. When you pick her up, she'll make a little quip, but then she'll take you to where you said.
Plus she calls you Greenie. But there's a Greenie... Oh, never mind.
And that's just like on everyone's checklist.
Also kind of like about the nicknames that they do in this system is it's a good way to continue kind of a character development without putting, you know, like, people can put some dumb shit in their names, like Taco Bob, for example. So sometimes dramatic tension can be ruined and can be like, can you help us? Enchilada Man. Also, you can kill bees. I like that detail. If you just don't want them, you just go, no, and you cut them in half.
At least at this point. Once we find the golden bee and we give it to the bee guy, that's not going to be the case. For me to continue to tease about everything before we can show it. But this is the potion lady's house. Irene's grandma. She's a nice old witch. She's the person we give all those monster guts and later monster parts to in order to make new potions.
She's a good way of checking your current progress, because some of these items you don't get until later in the game.
Yeah. So we don't have any monster tails. It's going to be a little while before we get those. Seems her potions don't mix the different monster items. Each type is used for a specific potion.
Now, if I remember correctly, just to double check, like, you give them the items to make the potion. You don't have to give it to them again. You end up paying for additional ones, if I remember correctly. Or do you have to have the items? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, because I never bought more than one.
I love the Zora designs in this game. They're so cute. They're dicks, but they're cute.
Well, these are nice Zoras.
Not all of them are, though.
The ones that attack you aren't.
The ones that can attack you while you can't swim, those are dicks.
You can't do it.
Just leaps and slams into the cliff wall. I can do it. Oh god. Canyon crabs. Oh man, that one's having a party. Let's ruin it.
Let's sit on it. Ow, my ass.
Thorn, you better pick up that... Okay, good. I'm like, you better pick up that heart.
I was not standing there.
And you were looking where you were going, asshole. If this leads to the dungeon I'm thinking of, this is one of the dungeons I really like in this game.
I feel like that guy's a shithead in A Link to the Past as well.
I'd like more games where the shithead actually doesn't look like a shithead.
Oh lordy.
Look how cute they are. They don't know what to do with their tiny ass limbs.
That's incredibly annoying, ma'am. I know you're in pain, but please stop.
Look at the... I want to hug it. See that little cape. I guess you guys can guess what costume I'm going to be using in Triforce Heroes next.
You need to unlock it first.
Does he have any useful effects? Fuck no, I don't care. Oh, that's so gross.
Cousin Jim!
I'm so angry that I'm a pig.
He stole the source of my power, so now I'm really hungry. What? Uh-huh.
I misread the smooch Jim.
We need to get it back so she can feel love once again.
We're really good at kissing. Not that I like you or anything. Just thought you should know. Not at least within feet of her. Look, any silky or smooth gym are going to go straight to crows, so, I mean...
Look, man, do you have a Chandler's Trident? No, didn't think so. Lady stays fat.
There's 90% of the gaming population. Those things were a pain in the ass to get.
Like this. See, you can ring a bell. You're a natural. Thanks, Irene.
And also, like, she doesn't put you onto the broom. She's just like, hold on, asshole.
Now the bird's being annoying. Hey, stop playing.
3DS, why do you do this?
It even lingers on the dialogue.
I think it bothered me in particular in Fire Emblem because I never, you know, in the 3DS, you don't always necessarily turn it off, but it still stays onto the game. So, like, you might have just started playing and the game's like, go to sleep. And you're like, what? Don't know what that is.
Touch my stuff.
Buy any of the 2 things that I have. He even said it was silky smooth.
Careful, birds might peck at you.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so there's a way to come up behind the thief guy. You need to come over here and merge with the wall, and then walk up behind him. Why, Ayana?
Now, if I swing like this and you run into one of my fists, it's your fault.
I expect an apology.
You hurt my fist. I love how they add that into the music. When you're talking to this guy, they add the goofy-ass trombone.
I think that's how the music is already, isn't it?
I don't remember. Not during the normal town stuff. Or maybe it is. I don't remember it being that goofy.
No, there's definitely a really sad trombone.
But see, the music changed here, too.
That's true, maybe it is a bit dynamic. Pegasus boots. Now when I hold R, I can run face first into a wall.
And you can also do that Scooby-Doo running on the ground for a few seconds thing.
Zoinks!
My Taco Bob snacks!
Wow. You are tough, dude.
Jinkies, God.
This is a great way to get around.
It doesn't go, he's like, I got places to go.
Wait, I want to hit the tree. Hey, when you do that, you get an apple, which is a pretty easy way to get health back. Or sometimes you get bombs, which is an easy way to lose health.
Does it drop both so you just even it out? Oh yes, the fortune teller.
The first murder.
Pick up those skulls, I want to increase my strength by 2.
He doesn't have a face.
It's almost like someone took his face off.
Jim, it's not special you know my name. We went to college.
Shh. Does it start with a K? A B? A L?
Does it start with a Cincinnati?
Did you ever live there? Have you wanted to live there?
And if I have got a deal for you!
Timeshares!
So the hint glasses are kind of helpful. I think this is a better function of the game than the Sheikah Stone in Ocarina of Time 3D. Because rather than there just being a thing that you can go into and it'll give you hints about the game, instead there's an item that allows you, in this case, the hint glasses, when you put them on, you can see ghosts hanging around, just kind of reading books. And then you can use play coins, which is what you get when you just walk around with your 3DS. You can pay a play coin to one of them, they'll give you a hint about the current situation. Like this one right here. And that's a less intrusive way of helping you figure it out. It makes more sense for that to exist in this game's world. It feels less like it's breaking the fourth wall.
There's also two other reasons I like this. One, the ghosts are nerds.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've actually studied and that they should know. Secondly, it's a goofy-ass mustache and big nose mask. Anything to make Link goofy is always right in my book.
And they look like question marks. Yep. I think I've only ever needed to talk to one of those once, and what he told me didn't help because it was just me completely missing something.
I do hate when you go back to them and they repeat that one bit of information you need to know to actually do what you need to do. And they know what it is.
Ah. Ha. But now let's give the Silky Stone back. Wow, that was flatulent.
No, it was actually flatulence.
Gonna fuck you up. Well, I'm laughing.
Very hard, actually. You start lifting, you put it back in your pocket. How much for this? I paid my rupees hard-earned for that.
Oh, she drowned. Wow, she's... No.
Change her back! Change her back! She's a monster now!
Are you?
I feel like they get people drunk before they record their dialogue.
Or they get someone who doesn't speak either English or Japanese.
Maybe. Well, the funny thing is, like, with a character like this, I imagine you'd probably have this beautiful, elegant voice, you know. I'm the queen of the Zora, but they have this already built-in voice that goes, oh! So you have this, hello! I'm Mrs. Doubtfire!
But now I can swim. I can run and I can swim.
The world is open to you now. Sorta.
Yes, I am.
You love what? Listen here to my tip. Oh, see ya. I think a running gag with Mika games is just filling in lip flaps.
Rupees. In a perfect formation, despite them being in a moving current.
Maybe they're tangled in seaweed. Also, this looks pretty cool when you're using the 3D as well.
Yeah.
Partially, admittingly, I think there is something lost watching this game in 2D. Like, I know doing it in 3D, it starts to hurt your eyes after a little while, but this is, I think, the game that did it right the most.
Very easy heart piece.
Now I can also go get the jar, right? Right.
The one with the letter in it?
Yeah.
No. I don't get it for a long time, because I forgot about it.
I knew you were going to say that, that's why I'm reminding you a second time.
But what are you going to do about it?
I'm just being kind of an asshole.
Oh, nope.
Somehow the electric blob jumps in there and just shocks the water and kills you.
Oh well, okay.
Here comes one of the Dick Zoras. I just helped your queen, fuck off.
How are they fish, but they're shooting fire?
It's a damn good question. I'm sure we'll figure that out in the next episode. By that I mean we never will.
No.
I guess they figured that if they hit you with like a water ball, it'd just be more annoying.
Or maybe it is water. Damn it, Ravio. It's not your house.
You know, for someone who's such a coward, why are you going out in the middle of these dangerous areas to put up your signs? Then why did you give me the... Never mind.
I know I have to help you, but I don't want to help you.
You know, I'm gonna purposely annoy you. I'm gonna fly you back to the same location I'm asking you to pick me up from.
See, look, the sign says it's still my house. Why'd you put your fucking face on it?
And why is it bigger than the sign that says this is my house? Are you actually trying?
Please don't do that dance.
Rabbit dancing in the house! Oh, and by this point, when you have enough rupees, I would just buy all the items.
Yeah.
Because, see, I never really lost any of my items because I never really died in this game. I think you need my help, homeless man.
That is not a saying, and I will not do that.
How about I don't pay you and I don't kick you out of my house? Sound like a deal? Also, I won't kill your ugly-ass bird.
Two days.
There's something very wrong with the business model that goes, look, buddy, you can rent this as long as you want, but when you die, I'm gonna pick it off your corpse.
You can keep it as long as you can stay alive, shink.
Start running. I'll give you a 5-second start.
So the first thing we rent, he gives us a discount on. So of course I'm gonna get it, a super awesome item. I should have gone for the fire rod though, because the fire rod is amazing. Ice rod, not so much.
I like that. I'm gonna get something awesome, but I didn't get it this time. I also love how all the rental pictures have the bunny using it, which he never does. Ravio, 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 Ravio.
The tornado rod is used for the House of Gales, which is the next dungeon we're gonna be doing.
And then your favorite bombs. I liked how the rabbit looked pleasantly pleased with his explosion he made.
Yeah, I like the little images that show up when you rent something.
Plus, once you get all the items, the ability to actually travel through the world and kind of pick what you want to do feels a lot more flexible. You don't have to necessarily do things in a specific order.
Okay, I guess there's no discount when you rent.
I was about to say, I was like, what? There's no discount.
Later on in the game, we get the ability to permanently purchase the items, and that's when we get the discount. For the first one.
That's also where he charges considerably more to get the items.
Yeah.
But luckily, as you notice, getting rupees is not difficult.
Maybe I should have given him a weapon.
Probably should have given him a sand rod with a place with no sand, but, you know, it's what he wanted. I'm not gonna say no to rupees.
You know, they say the customer's always right. Well, he ain't coming back.
You know, they say the customer's always right. Well, he wasn't this time.
Alright, fire rod. Look at that.
Suryuken. Okay. Suryuken!
Let's try a bit of everything on every enemy.
I am a god.
Some of these have interesting functionality and interesting combat usage as well.
I also like the rental ones have little Ravio heads on top of them.
Yeah. Look at that, bombs instantly explode when they touch an enemy. And in this game, when you drop a bomb, it actually drops on the ground. I don't know why in Triforce Heroes you're automatically carrying it.
You drop the bomb on them, baby.
That's what the tornado rod does. Doesn't hurt enemies, but does stun them. You notice those tiles, you can actually blow up with those.
Our infrastructure! Somehow blow away all that shit.
Whoop! He wasn't even alive when I did that.
You brought him to life to murder him, birthed to die.
Bloodborne.
This should have been like the undertitle of it. Bloodborne, born to die.
Eh. I just poked him. That's basically all that was.
Ow. I mean, ow. I have armor on, but still.
Ow, my steel chest plate.
Of course, if you did impale him, it'd be considerably more terrifying. Fucking choose. It's the only way Chews can actually hit you is when they do that little spring attack.
And when I walk right into them.
Especially the electric ones. I noticed that you do that a lot.
Yeah. Still haven't learned.
Thanks for saving our queen, we'll kill you now!
Here's another callback to A Link to the Past. A person heading out under bridge.
Look at this homeless bastard. Playing with these birds. I like birds. Looks like your dad. Son, why did you kick me out of the house? Don't worry, Dad. Someone kicked me out of my own house, so it's fine. My name is Bird Lover.
Do I look like I want to talk to you? Are you a bird?
Shoot the glass.
Too much excitement. I'm talking to a guy and I found a bottle.
So, pal, I don't want to ask a very obvious question, but if you really like hanging out with birds, why are you hanging out in lower elevations where birds have a harder time getting to you?
He's probably banking on how, like, at high schools, sometimes birds will make nests in the rafters.
See, Dad, this is why I kicked you out of the house. You're just not smart enough. And you know Ravio put up those signs that show the item you need. Hey, buddy, you think you're gonna probably need this? Spend the money here. Turn yourself into a painting.
That's pretty cool. And it's not the only purpose of the tornado rod, which I appreciate.
I also like the overall design of the outside of the temple here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Look at me, asshole.
Bet you wish you could stretch.
But before we go in there, let's go meet a terrifying monster.
You mean an amazing monster.
Get an explosion? Damn.
With great music. It looks like the cave coughed for a second. Oh,
It's Mother Maiamai.
look at this guy. Mother Malama. Mama Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
Our house in the middle of the street. I don't know, I went that way.
That's not even related at all.
I know, but it just has the same... I think it has the same song structure. Anyway. Also, because when you look at the other ones, what I like about this is that the Mama Mamma Mia outgrew her shell. Because when you see the other ones, they fit within the shell. This one, the shell never grew, but she did. So it's just a little hat.
So there's 100 baby Maimais throughout the world. We can hear them chirping as we go along. There's different ways we find them. Sometimes we pick them up off the ground. Sometimes we have to actually go, like, merge into a wall, squeeze between them and the wall to pull them off of it. Other times they'll be hiding underneath something. And every time we get 10 of them, we can come back to Mother Maiamai, and she can upgrade one of our items. Unfortunately, we don't own any of our items. Look at that. As soon as I walk out and I look right at one, I forget about it.
Wait a minute. This crow is bothering me. Oh my god.
I don't get that until a later video.
Taco Bob, come on.
Well, with a name like Taco Bob, can you blame me?
And your eyes pointing in different directions. Okay, listening for a chirp. Here we go.
My ears are the best feature.
Wait, are they? I'm getting self-conscious.
So instead, this is going to be my first baby Maimai.
Of course, the one that was harder to find. Also love his little squeaking sound goes with the do-do-do-do.
Yeah. They're tiny and they're cute.
Also, the more Maiamites you get, the music inside that cave becomes bigger and bigger.
So we'll collect more in the later part. But next time, we're going to enter the second dungeon, the House of Gales. There are no Maiamais in the dungeons, thankfully. It's all in the overworld.
Considering you missed that Maiamite, it really is true that the apple didn't fall too far from the tree, I suppose. You just sit under the bridge with your dad. I missed a goddamn Maiamite. It was right there. And a bottle. Damn, son. I even found a bottle. I know. You can have the house. I'll live under the bridge, I guess.
Be warned, there's a rabbit guy in there. He's probably not going to leave.
He's going to act like you owe him something. I don't understand his logic. I guess that's why I'm dumb.
Knowing your gambling problem, you probably do.
And your death problem, you'll probably owe him a lot of money.
Oh yeah, that's why I kicked you out of the house.
You just kept on dying.
Look, I missed you the first time, and then I just got sick of it.
Look, I missed you the first time, but then I aimed better. That is such a bad pun, I apologize. I deserve to be under the bridge now.
I don't know. I can't think of a pun that I've heard with such a dark joke connected to it. There needs to be more of those.
Dark pun. Because puns are usually so innocent, but this one's so...
I murdered my dad.
But just kept coming back!
TheStrawhatNO, everybody.
TheStrawhatNO.
Our hero is Taco Bob. We're finding babies that I can't see when they're right in front of me. And we murdered dads.
Specifically our own. And we lost our house to a rabbit.
Everything Travis said has come true.
That's how it works in this game. If I say something stupid, it becomes canon.